It is Monday evening and I am doing our meal for tonight. Tonight is going to be stuffed cabbage rolls, and I have a mixture of ground beef and sausage and onions and garlic going here. My cabbage rolls are softening up, and I'm going to use some of those Miracle noodles but in rice form added into this, and that is what's going to be the filling for the rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all mixed up. As you can see, I have extra stuff going on here. If you are interested in how I prep for the week, I will link the video up in the corner, but I'm going to go ahead and get these cabbage rolls together. So for the rice in the mixture, this is what I'm using here. It is the Miracle rice, the Miracle noodle, and this is the ingredients list. There's 3 carbs in it per, let's see, I ripped off the top. Let's see what a serving is. There's 2 servings, so half this bag is 3 carbs. So if you were to sit down and eat half of it, and so this is what I'm going to add in with my meat mixture and my tomatoes and cabbage to create this dish. And I will link the Pinterest site that I pulled it from. I'm not following it exactly, but if you're curious, this is kind of what I'm loosely following. I'll link it below. Okay guys, this is what it looks like in the pan. This will definitely not eat this in one sitting, or maybe even 2. This will probably be a multiple sitting meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this with foil, pop it in the oven, and let it start cooking. It's gonna be so good. I tasted the filling, absolutely delicious. I saw where someone else had melted cheese on top before serving. I'm considering that. So, but for now, I'm just gonna get full on it, get it going in the oven so I can move on. Okay guys, I am making progress with dinner and our food prep. So I have water back here starting to come up to a boil. I'm gonna clean a bunch of eggs so that I can get them into the water and boiling. And the cabbage rolls are done, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this bacon I just took out of the oven and top it with some bacon and some sharp cheddar. This is frozen, but it's okay. It will go on just fine, and I'll put the rest in the fridge to defrost. I went a little crazy at my son's wedding and bought way too much shredded cheese of sharp cheddar, so we have a lot in the freezer. So I'm gonna go ahead and top this and then pop it back in the oven to brown up and get bubbly on top. And then whenever Chris comes in, we'll be ready to have dinner. All right, and this is dinner. We each have 2 of the stuffed cabbage rolls with the bacon and cheese on top, homemade cinnamon applesauce, and some Caesar salad. Okay guys, it is 9:15 at night. We are wrapping up dinner. Made Chris and I both some like a ginger chai tea, and he's gonna have a little bit of the pudding that I made last week with a spritz of CARB on top, and 2 of these high-key 1 gram net carb little mini chocolate chip cookies. So that is how we are finishing off our evening.
Are you hungry?
Hey guys, it is Tuesday night, 9:15. Super late night. I worked super late in the office, and then when I came in, I was just tired and kind of just chilled out with Chris for a little while and watched some TV, and now everybody's kind of hungry, so I'm gonna make some dinner. I have more of these Arnold keto buns, and I'm gonna make like open face sandwiches with this. Instead of having multiple sandwiches, I'm going to toast them and have them open faced. And this is the Sloppy Joe mixture I made in my food prep. And then I have some wings that we had on Saturday night. We need to use these up before they go bad. So I'm gonna warm up some of these. Normally I would warm them in the air fryer or the convection oven, but tonight I'm tired and I don't feel like doing all that. So they're just gonna get microwaved. For myself, I am gonna make some salted butter garlic dipping sauce. Chris prefers blue cheese and hot sauce, Frank's hot sauce. And I'll probably do a small thing of ranch. I know, not clean, but whatever. This is what we're having tonight. Just being honest. I know that there's all of the, really good keto brands out there, but one, they're ridiculously expensive, and two, I can't just go to the store and pick them up. I have to order them. So these aren't that bad. So we're going to be having these. And then there is some broccoli and carrots back there, and I'm just going to get this warmed up. Part of the benefit of prepping ahead of time is you can have dinner in like 10 minutes. I had made another container of this. It is in the freezer, and so some other time when I'm in a big hurry, I can just pull it out of the freezer and we'll be able to have Sloppy Joes at the drop of a hat, or I can throw it in the cooler when he and I go to camp, and we can take it camping with us. So already made up, ready to go. So let me get the wings warming and the Sloppy Joe sauce warming and the buns toasting. In 10 minutes, we'll have dinner. All right, there is Chris's dinner all made up. I gave him, I don't know, about half a dozen. I just pulled the flats that were left in the container out because he prefers the flats with some blue cheese, some hot sauce, a couple pieces of broccoli, carrots, and then underneath there is the toasted bun with the Sloppy Joe mix, and then a couple pieces of cheese that is slowly starting to melt over the top. And that is dinner, and it is 9:24. So I'm gonna go give him his. I'm gonna make up something for me, probably a little smaller for myself. I'm just still not super hungry. So I'm gonna make some, and then we're gonna chill out. It is dumping rain outside. It is pouring so hard. I know I'm gonna have to brave it pretty soon to go close up the chickens, but they were refusing to go in before dark. So now it's dumping rain and I get to go out in the rain. So, but I'm gonna go have dinner and then I'll deal with that when I have to. Hey guys, I just thought I would show you what I ended up having. I went and braved the chicken, so it is like 9:40 now that I'm sitting down to eat, but I just have a water here, and this is just the half of a bun. I just toasted one half of a bun and ripped it into pieces, and poured my Sloppy Joe mix over it. Has some ranch and carrots. I have one slice of cheese. I just folded over. And then this was, I think, 4 wings. I would much prefer to eat them like this. I just pulled them off the bone, warmed them up, then mixed them with butter, garlic, and salt. And yes, I guess I'm not a true carnivore. I hate biting things off a bone. I'd much rather pull it off and have it where I can eat it with a fork. I'd rather eat pizza with a knife and fork if I could. So this is how I'm having my dinner, and I am now don't have to go out and get rained on again. And now I can go sit down with Chris and enjoy dinner. Hey guys, I just thought I would show you what I have before you see what we eat. Chris pretty much drinks water the vast majority of the time. He'll have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Sometime in the evening, I will make him a hot tea, sometimes a coffee, sometimes an electrolyte drink. But on the whole, he sticks with water and 1 cup of coffee. In the morning, when I come to the office, I always have a water. I can't stand to drink really much of anything flavored for a couple hours after I brush my teeth in the morning. So I'll usually drink 1 cup of water. And then I'll go in mid-morning, usually when I make him a cup of coffee, and I will make up my drinks. And I'm not going to drink all these at one time. I'll take them out to the office. I'll put them in the fridge, and I'll maybe drinking off 2 of these at a time. But I'll go through these probably before lunch. If not, I'll finish them up after lunch. So I won't touch a coffee. This is a nice coffee until after 11 or close to 12. There's debate on whether or not coffee with some heavy whipping cream and artificial sweetener breaks your fast. I know some people say yes, some people say no, but I usually just keep that until close to lunchtime. This is an Element with some lemon slices in it. The citrus, I can't stand to drink plain lemon water, and everyone's like, oh, it's so good for you. I can't stand it, but I can if I add a couple of lemon slices in with the citrus Element drink mix, and I will drink one of these a day. Sometimes I'll drink two if I'm working outside, but I'll drink one of these a day. And then diet sweet tea. This is what I pretty much will drink other than water. So every now and then I'll have a really small cup of hot coffee, but I have to have a water with it. So I'm more of a cold drink kind of person. So by the time 2 o'clock or so rolls around, I've gone through all of these and probably filled up my water and refilled my tea that will last me the rest of the day until dinner. So if you're curious as to what I'm drinking during the day, that is it. Hey guys, it is almost 1 o'clock. I am on my lunch right now. Chris is not home. He is at a doctor's appointment. So just me for now. And I think I am gonna have, I can get this thing open, the last of the wings for lunch to get these out of the refrigerator, taking up space and used up before they go bad. We bought them last weekend. So I have some butter here I'm gonna melt. I have salt, and I'll grab some fresh garlic. And I'm gonna pull all these off the bone, toss them in the bowl, warm them up, and douse them in a little bit of butter, garlic, and salt. And I think that's what I'm going to have for lunch right now. I don't know if I'm gonna add to it. I'm just gonna see where I'm at when I'm done with this. Maybe I'll have some avocado or Too Good yogurt or something. But for now, I think I'm just gonna start with this and see how I feel. All right, here is what I am having for lunch. I don't know how many wings there were left, maybe 5. And these are non-breaded. These are what they call the naked wings. They're just cooked naked wings. They don't put any seasoning on them or anything. And this is how we get them from the Publix deli. That's Chris's lunch. So it is a little after 2, and I've refilled my water at lunch, and I grabbed my electrolyte drink out of the refrigerator when I got back to the office, and I grabbed a Jell-O that I'm gonna snack on. I'll probably eat maybe half of this, if that, and put it back in the fridge for a different day. So I just do them in mason jars, and then these are the tops off of the cheese containers, and they make great lids for mason jars if you want to put stuff in the refrigerator. And I made these in one of my videos. I'll link up in the corner for food prep for the week. Hey guys, it is 8:30, and I planned on doing like steakums, like Philly cheesesteak for dinner tonight. But when I went to take them out of the oven, I realized Sam's had subbed my plain meat for 6 individually wrapped sandwiches. So that's not exactly on plan tonight. So plan B, I just grabbed a pack of these pork steaks out of the freezer. I am defrosting these guys right now, and then I'm just gonna make something to go along with some pork steaks. I'm just gonna cook them in a cast iron pan with some butter and garlic and onions, and then make something to go with them on the side. Not sure what that something's gonna be yet, but I'll figure it out in a minute. Okay guys, I am working on my sweet and sticky sweet potatoes. This is mainly for me because, I mean, Chris likes them, but he does not really want that much in the way of carbs. So I'm gonna make him some scrambled eggs along with his pork steaks and maybe another vegetable. I'm just gonna look and see, but I really kind of would just eat this, honestly. But I'm gonna have this as a side, and this has coconut oil apple pie spice, cinnamon, a ton of ginger, a little bit of the Splenda brown sugar, and all that is mixed in with coconut oil. Oh, I need to add salt. And then I'll just drizzle it all and throw it in the oven to cook while I work on everything else. Okay guys, I have the pork steaks done, and there's peppers and onions and mushrooms and garlic, and I'm fogging up my camera here, all seasoned up. This is cooked in butter, but the eggs are cooked in bacon grease. I'm not eating any eggs. I am not feeling eggs tonight. I was gonna make Chris some steamed broccoli, but I think that meat with these veggies, eggs, and just a little bit of sweet potatoes is gonna be more than enough for him. And this is exactly how I like these. I'll actually eat all the darker ones. I prefer them that way, and as they cool off, they will get super crispy, chewy edges, and oh, so good. I could just literally have just this for dinner and be a very, very happy person. So I'm gonna get a little bit on Chris's plate, get him his dinner. It is 9:30, late night tonight. But we're gonna have dinner and chill out for a little while. All right, here is Chris's dinner. He has 2 of those pork steaks smothered in onions, peppers, mushrooms, and garlic. Some sweet and sticky sweet potatoes. I know, super messy. And some scrambled eggs with salt and pepper cooked in bacon grease. So there is his dinner. Okay guys, and this is mine. I decided to get just a tiny bit of egg, probably a half an egg, a quarter of an egg, something like that. And the rest are on Chris's plate. 1 pork chop and some sweet potatoes. I absolutely love these. Like I said, I would just skip all this and eat just sweet potatoes, but I figured I should have something a little more hearty than that for dinner. So I am going to go have this and join Chris and maybe go watch a little YouTube. Hey guys, it is almost 2:30 and I am making up some lunch right now. Chris decided he's a bit hungry, so this is what's left of Sloppy Joe's. I'm gonna warm that up and toast him up a bun, get some cheese, and that will be his lunch. These are the leftover sweet potatoes. There's a little bit left in there. I know I'm gonna have these, and then I'll probably put something with it. All right, that finishes the last of the Sloppy Joe. If he wants anything else, I'm sure he'll get it. But most likely this is all he'll have. So Sloppy Joe mix, keto bun, 2 slices of cheese. Hey guys, it is a little before 9 on Thursday night, and I just have a couple of burgers on the grill. I grabbed a squash out of the garden. I worked until, I don't know, 6:30 or so. And then I spent time working out in the chicken pens, working in the garden, and then walked laps in the pool until the bugs got too bad. And now all of that outside stuff is done, and I'm coming up to cook dinner. So just a simple dinner tonight. I'm gonna cook Chris and I up each a burger, split some squash. I'm gonna see if he wants it on a bun, maybe make some bacon cheeseburgers with squash and something else on the side. So I may have had a slight squash mishap, and a good half of them fell down the grate. I'll have to deal with that later, but burgers are done, still pink in the middle. I sauteed up some mushrooms, and I pulled out some buns. I'm toasting one for Chris, lettuce, tomato, mayo, mustard, sugar-free ketchup, and some pickles. And I may grab some ranch and veggies out of the fridge to go on the side. Okay, there is dinner. Sorry, so messy. We're just doing this quick because it's late. There's a bacon burger with a keto bun, ranch, broccoli, carrots, a couple pieces of grilled yellow squash, and some crisped up mushrooms cooked in butter and salt, and that's dinner. Hey guys, it is 12:30 on Friday, and I'll just show you what I have going this morning before work. I started a corned beef, and there is cabbage, carrots, and onions in here. The corned beef still is frozen in the middle, but it's floating, and it has a seasoning packet, and it will just continue to cook until night, and it'll be all cooked through and tender. And then I am working on Chris's lunch, which is going to be sausage gravy with sausage patties and eggs. And for his lunch, I have 3 sausage patties cooked. And I have 3 eggs here cooked. And I will pour those over the top. And I have gravy warming in the microwave. And there is lunch. I know, not the prettiest, but it really is delicious. I prefer mine with some shredded cheese over the top, maybe a little bit of crumbled bacon, but this is how Chris wanted it. I'm not super hungry right now. I just ate a sausage patty by itself, and I'm getting ready to go hit the road to run errands for work. So I'm gonna give him this and then I'm out of here. All right, guys, this is dinner. That is the corned beef all cooked up. And then I have cabbage, onions, and carrots here with some of my homemade applesauce that I had right here. I just seasoned it up with some spices and cinnamon and a little bit of spicy brown mustard. And this is what's for dinner on Friday night. Hey guys, it is a little after 2 and I'm about to make Chris some lunch. We both have had coffee and water this morning. I don't know if I'm gonna eat. I've been out on the tractor. It's really hot. There's just something about eating when you're on the tractor and getting really hot. It's just not a great combination. So I'm getting ready to go get back on the tractor. But I did come in and stop and make him something neat. So I have 1 burger left in here and some bacon. I do have more bacon and sausage in the fridge still that I had made last weekend, but this is just what I was gonna have for dinner the other night and I never ate it, so I still had the piece of bacon and the burger left. So I'm gonna warm this up for him, toast him up a bun. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the lettuce and tomato and all that right now. I'm just gonna do mayo, mustard, sugar-free ketchup, some sliced cheese, and bacon on a toasted bun, and then I'm gonna go hop back up on the tractor. Okay, there is his quick and sad little lunch, and yes, I'm serving it on a lid because I don't want to do more dishes, and that's what the burger was in. So there's his dinner, and I'm gonna go, or lunch, and I'm gonna go hop back on the tractor. Okay, I lied. I am having something to eat. This is some of the no sugar, just peanuts and salt peanut butter with some of the Smucker's sugar-free strawberry jam and a cheese stick. I can just grab the sandwich, wrap it up in paper towel, and take it with me. I nibbled a piece off of Chris's bacon on his burger and all of a sudden decided I was starving. So this is something I can just take with me. Hey guys, it is 7:30. I should be cooking dinner right now, but I'm actually just making us a snack. Chris and I are starving, and I have an order I'm gonna go pick up from Publix in a few minutes. I'll have it ready in about 30 minutes, and then I'll come back and cook dinner. I just grabbed a handful of cheeses and meats and salamis and pepperonis out of the fridge, and I'm just gonna make us up a little like charcuterie board to snack on while I'm waiting for the order to be ready. It is pouring down rain. So when they call me and say it's ready, I'll go pick it up. But until then, we are just going to have a little snack. All right, there is our plate. I have some mustard. This is, I think it was turkey or chicken. I can't remember. But to wrap up some cheese, there's some Havarti, there's some cheddar, there's some Colby, a couple of hard-boiled eggs that are sliced in half and salted, some pepperoni, some salami, some smoked Gouda, I believe. So there's just a few things on here. We're gonna snack on this, and I didn't take anything out to defrost for dinner tonight. That's why I need a pickup from Publix. I could have gotten creative, but I didn't feel like it. So we're gonna snack on this. Hey guys, it is 6:45 or so, and I am starting on dinner. We actually ended up not having the steakums last night. We honestly filled up on all of the snacky stuff and skipped it. So what you saw is what we had. So tonight I am gonna make the steakums, but instead of beef, I bought these. They had them buy one, get one free. So I figured, what the heck? Let's try the chicken. So I picked up chicken, and I have garlic, I have onions, I have mushrooms I'm gonna chop up, and I'm gonna saute all of that in a pan together. And then I'm gonna do like a Greek salad on the side. I just have some mixed lettuce here. I have some black olives. I have some feta. I have some Greek vinaigrette. Have some black olives to add in. A couple of tomatoes I'm gonna slice up. and do a salad on the side. And then I have tomatas. I don't know, these are grape leaves that are stuffed grape leaves. And I think it's like 20 some carbs if you eat 5 or 6 of them. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna give Chris just a couple of these. He's really watching his carb count a bit closer than I am. So he'll only get a couple of those, and between these and a couple of cherry tomatoes in his salad, that'll pretty much be his carb count for the day. Everything else is extremely low carb, including the tzatziki sauce. So I'm gonna put tzatziki sauce on the side as a dipping sauce. So it's Greek yogurt with dill and cucumbers and garlic and onions. Very delicious. So this is what we are having for dinner tonight. I'm going to get everything chopped up and cooking away. Okay guys, here is dinner. That one box I split between, I think there was like 6 sheets of the chicken in there. So I split it between the two. There's all the olives and some bacon and some herbed feta with like a vinaigrette over it. There are tomatoes, and then the meat with a little bit of shredded cheese and the tzatziki sauce, mushrooms, onions, garlic, the whole 9 yards. Everything is seasoned up. I think this is going to be a really, really good dinner. Hey guys, it is almost 9 o'clock and this is the last meal for the week that I'm going to do on the video. I am just going to quickly braise up in my cast iron pan some chicken thighs. I'm going to season these. They're completely defrosted. They're bone-in, skin-on. And then I'm going to make a light sauce. When I say light, I mean it's not going to have a ton of cheese in it. I'm just going to do a small amount of a blue cheese sauce to go over the top, made with blue cheese and heavy whipping cream. And then I'm just going to saute up. Once I get the chicken done, I'll throw in some onions, some mushrooms, some spinach, and cook all that up. And we'll have chicken with spinach, mushroom, onions with a blue cheese sauce over the top. And I may do another veggie on the side. We'll just see, but I'm just going to go ahead and get this started because it is so late, getting ready to be 9 o'clock, and we need to have dinner. So I'm going to get going on this. Okay guys, I should have probably showed you what I put in this, but I had a little bit of heavy whipping cream left, and so I put that in here, and the last of my blue cheese. I had a little bit of sour cream left in one of my mason jars, so I added that in here. And then I had a tiny little bit of Italian, like a mixed Italian cheese blend, and a little bit of Parmesan. I just finished up a couple of bags and a couple of containers of just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I put in some black pepper, and you can see it's a decent sauce. I've turned the heat off, and I'm just making sure that nothing is going to stick or burn, and I'll just stir it occasionally. I just threw all of my spinach in the top to steam this because I had checked the meat. It's almost up to temperature, so it's really close to being done. And I will mix that in a minute, and dinner is just about ready, and it's 9:25. The other thing I tossed into the sauce is I pulled one of these sun-dried tomatoes out, and a little bit of the oil. If you've ever cooked the chicken in the oil of this, so good. You can do like a sun-dried tomato and spinach type deal and cook it in the sun-dried tomato oil, really good. But I just took one of these out and chopped it up and added it into my sauce for just a little extra kick of flavor. Okay guys, this is what it looks like in the pan. Once this cools off, it's going to be super fun to scrape out. But we'll have one piece of chicken left at least, and plenty of sauce. I went ahead and made Chris's plate up. I gave him a big piece of chicken and then a mixture of just spinach, mushrooms, onions, garlic, and then I put the dipping sauce on the side instead of pouring it over the top because I haven't tried it yet. I tend to cook without tasting, and 99.9% of the time it comes out great. But just in case, or if he didn't want a ton of sauce over it, then I just did it on the side. So this is what we're gonna have for now. There'll be another piece of chicken if he wants that. I still have my tea, grabbed an unsweet tea earlier when Chris and I were running errands after work, and we're gonna go sit down and have this for dinner.